everyone, welcome back to day 4 of a heart a day every day for 30 days. Today I am going to be doing a kind of a little rendition of the other kind of hearts that we have done, except I made this one a little bit more even. It does not have to be perfect. Again, we're going to be kind of using some scrap paper on this one. So today we're going to be doing a patchwork type of look, and I am using green, and today I'm going to be dedicating this to my grandmother. I've been missing my grandmother so much, and she was filled with so much love for everybody. I did find this old black and white photo of her, and I printed it out on my printer, and I'm actually going to use my hole punch to make 2 parts of this. First, I'm going to make a little heart punch out, and then I'm going to use the framework of the punch out to frame the little black and white photo that we have, and we're going to patchwork some other things with it. So I'm just using my paper cutter, and I'm going to actually trim this down a little bit once I get it in there because I want to line it up the way I want it. And I'm trying to think how old she was in this photo, but I just really don't know, but she was very, very young. So once I have my 2 pieces, I'm going to glue those together, and then I'm going to cut all of that excess off that I don't need to be showing on that side. And then I will take just my scissors. I cut this down just a little bit. You can use the little stripes in your paper as like a guideline to cut the straight line. Now I wanted to share it with you. My grandmother loved birds, and I have these little bird stamps, and I'm going to stamp one of the birds out and kind of put that into this project. So one thing I did is I did kind of a taping off effect. So basically I lined up the bird, and all of the wing isn't on there, but that's okay because it just comes out on the paper, and it's just the size that I need. So we're going to take these scrap papers, these are from other projects, and I'm going to do what we call like a patchwork. So I'm going to kind of layer them on top. I did end up moving this bird, and you'll see here later in the video, but I went ahead and glued my grandmother down. My grandmother's name was Julie. And then I went ahead and put one little patchwork on top of that gingham, and then I put a butterfly on. My grandmother was born on St. Patrick's Day, which is why I did this kind of in a green, and then she loved butterflies. And I did move that heart, and I glued down some of this like greenery ribbon I found at Hobby Lobby, and then I glued a vintage button. And then for the final work on this, I did find this piece of ephemera. It says a special person, and my grandmother was that. She was a very special person. She loved everybody, would give you the shirt off her back if she ever had to. So there is today's day 4 of my heart flip. We're going to go ahead and put that on, put my little hole punch through. If you are following me with these heart challenges, put in the comments, what would you like to see next? I am super excited that I've been doing this, and I hope you guys will try it out yourselves. Remember, Valentine's Day doesn't always have to be for a couple. It could be for someone special you love. Thanks for watching.